I was gonna go back to sleep, and I still am, but or something or whatever. Yes, when I was a little kid, they played Saturday morning cartoons. Because everything was at its certain time. It's not that I really missed the concept of time. It's just like I do remember when everything had a time, though. You know, I do remember when it was like you had Saturday morning cartoons, right? You had Saturday drive-in movies. You had like Sunday was church, you know, and you had like Friday night lights. They kind of still have that stuff, but not all of it still exists. You know, they used to have like Monday night football, right? Something. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, right? In the old days, right? Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and then people could afford to buy shit. And I remember that. And so instead of like Saturday morning cartoons, I guess we can have Saturday morning guitar tunes. Good one. Yeah, I remember the affordability. Yeah. I'm not really big on schedule life, though. You know, schedule life is schedule-y. You know what I mean? Schedule life is very schedule-y. And it's kind of like a bit of a grind drag. I don't really dig that. You know what I mean? I don't really dig that, dog. I don't really dig that, player. It's kind of unplayer to me. It's kind of anti-player, actually. Or you could just, you know, take the blue pills and go back to sleep. That's what I'm about to do. Go back to sleep in the Matrix. Take the blue pills. Neo. Go back to sleep. Or you could stay awake, I guess. Take the red pill. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, RFK Jr. is trying to take away the sugary cereal. Man, we just were like on sugar dope when we were kids, like in the 1980s. It was like Captain Crunch and fucking Count Chocula and oh yeah, the was it Frankenberry or whatever? Frankenberry. The shit was Barry Frankenberry or whatever the shit was called. I didn't like that fucking shit. The corn pops though, I was like, ugh. With that cinnamon toast crunch. Holy fuck. Or frosted Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. And some of them have like badass songs like that one. They're frosted Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. So in 7th grade, there was one guy I would say like, he would say, frosted Lucky Charms, I'll blow your ass to pieces. And then I'd say, do it again, say it again. You know, because it was like you're desperate as a kid to get some entertainment in class. And so that's what we'd do. We'd just make the jingles like dirty. That's what we would do. We'd just make the songs dirty and then make them funny or something. Make them a little bit Ted Kaczynski. We'd Theodore Kaczynski it a little bit. We'd Unabomber it a little bit, you know, just for laughs. Instead of frosted Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. He would go like, frosted Lucky Charms, I'll blow your ass to pieces. I'd say, ha! That was a good one. They were just, kids would just make songs dirty. But, you know, it took a fair amount of inventiveness to do that. Oh, is it time to fart though? That's the note that you really got to hit in the morning. Oh, that's good. All right, so we hit that. You got to get the air out a little bit. You need to kind of like, you know, hit that fart note. Bring it up to the next plateau. Elevation. You know, the next tier of the iceberg. Oh man, is it? Oh, dude, are the allergies just all fucked off again today? Off the charts. Well, as long as if the allergies are off the charts, then I need to bring my game to be off the farts. Yeah. Are you playing the drums? Go. Yeah. Go like that. Is that what you wanted to do? Yeah, I guess. Tarantula. You like that? Like the tarantula? I'm not really arachnophobic, but could rack my nerves sometimes. Yeah. I'm not really afraid of creatures, you know. A little bit. Like, I mean, nasty. You know, I don't like roaches and shit like that. I think a tarantula or like a crab. I think maybe it was a crab that got in here after a flood. I think a fucking crab got in here because I saw something in the dark one night. I was watching X-Files and it was a creepy monster show too. It was like 1 a.m. And I looked down into the bed, and it was like, I knew there had been this big fucking flood in Houston. And, who knows what the cat's going to drag in from the ocean, from the Gulf of America. You never know what's going to come from the ocean, from the deep, from the recesses, what kind of creatures are going to get into your house. So I look down, and then, like, I'm stupid. I don't even turn on the light to look at what it is. I just see something there. So is that a fucking spider, or what the fuck is that? It's like, motherfucker's dark, but it's like this fucking big, right? And I'm like, my dumb ass. I reach down and touch it. Yeah, guess what happens? It's almost like I'm fucking electrocuted. And then I guess it was a crab because it had eyes, and it was, but I couldn't really discern it because it was dark, night, and it was flooding and all that. And then I got like buzzed or stung or a bite or something. And then I was like, oh fuck, I hope I'm not poisoned or some shit like that. But maybe it was just startled. But it felt like I got bit, or it had, I don't know. I don't think it was like something electric. They don't have an electric spider, do they? Do they have an electric crab? I don't know. I don't know if they have electric crabs. But it felt like I got fucking shocked. It was the taser crab. They're very prevalent in the coastal regions of the Gulf of America. The taser crab that you've all heard about. The Tesla tarantula. The electric tarantula. No, that's not what it was. Making up creatures now. And then it scampered off because we have wooden floors. So it was the wooden floors facilitated its locomotion, we'll call it. Its mobility. And so then I'm like scared because I've seen it go real fast after it stung me or whatever happened. And then its eyes are like looking at me in the dark. And I'm in the middle bathroom and I'm like, oh fuck, like what the fuck is that? And I want to find out what it is. I really want to find out what it is, but it's a dark night. And, I tried to flip on all the lights and then it disappeared under the couch. And never knew where it went. Maybe it's still in here. Ah, there it is. No, it came back like 2 years later. No, it's dead or something. Yeah. The creature from the Gulf. Probably a crab. That it's a tarantula is probably kind of far-fetched. Yeah. I'm going with crab. Somehow a crab got inland, right, by the storm. I'm going to go with that. Because a crab might have pinched me or stung me or something. So. And it kind of like waddled like a crab. It was like a ovular object, even though it was hazy. You're dark that night. That's good. Saturday morning guitar tunes. Saturday morning guitar tunes instead of Saturday morning cartoons. Saturday morning guitar tunes. I dig that. Yeah. So the casualty of 24-hour cartoons, 24/7 cartoons was Saturday morning cartoons. So that was the sacrifice that you had to make. So every technological upgrade, there's a sacrifice though. So you have to sacrifice something else for it. So streaming, you have to forego physical media. And physical media is fun because then you own it. So you have something that you own. And that's really, you will own nothing and be happy. You will eat the bugs or whatever. Klaus Schwab, from the World Economic Forum. You will own nothing and be our slaves. And we will control you in every aspect of your life using technological methods. Doesn't sound very tasty to me. So, I know every technology, it promises to be better and faster and make people live longer and happier. Like the Radiohead song, fitter, happier, more productive. Like a pig in a cage on antibiotics. Yeah, sounds fun. Okay computer, fitter, happier, better. Is it fitter? Is it called fitter, happier, more productive, or fitter? Is it fitter, happier? Yeah, I think it's just fitter, happier, more productive. Yeah, fitter, happier, more productive. Okay computer. Yeah, for the 30th anniversary of OK Computer, Radiohead should put out, should be OK AI or something. OK AI. It should be called the OK AI Corral. This would be even funnier, right? And they should dress as like cowboys for some reason, like digital cowboys or techno cowboys or some shit. Fuck it, it could be whatever. Wouldn't really matter ultimately. Even though that's more like an existential observation. Like what matters. It's called OK Corral. No, OK AI Corral. The Okie doke, what it was called, like the Okie dokie AI Corral. Fake plastic trees. No, the first Radiohead album's called Pablo Honey, right? The second one's called The Bends. The Bends. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. For Brit alternative rock pop. It's not bad. Yeah, my friend Wayne was always like, Creep, that's like my favorite That's my favorite song because it's like the most self-loathing, most depressing song I've ever heard. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I guess you got a point. That's like the most depressing, self-loathing song I've ever heard, really. Yeah, Creep. That was a good one. The most self-hating song of all time was Creep. The most self-loathing? Yeah, maybe. Sure. Yeah, it was pretty depressing. It was pretty depressing if you ask me. Just going like freestyle today, okay? Like freestyle. Like that idea of the freestyle. And the Saturday morning guitar tunes. Because they took away our Saturday morning cartoons. It's not really take away. I guess it's like the Blockbuster video, it goes away. And then you have Netflix DVDs, and then it's Netflix streaming. So it's kind of like, well, you quid pro quo, this for that. But you do lose something in the digitization, I guess. You do lose something. You lose something material, tangible, right? Like the experience of the movies was like a social experience. I know they still have the movies, and that was like a social experience, though. So a socializing experience, right? So Friday night, you would pick with your family. You would say, you'd pick with your family, like, hey, let's go to the Blockbuster video on a Friday night. And you go to the Blockbuster video, you look at all the different titles, and look at all the posters, and you look at all the stuff. You know, the stuff would be everything. There'd be candy and popcorn and Cokes and all stuff that's, probably really bad for you, but kill you faster. But it's, it's a nice killing, though. It's like a very fun way to die, and so slowly and painfully. So, but yeah, you'd see the posters, you'd see the standees, you'd see the candies, and you'd see Mandy and Daddy, and it was great because I would often wander off into the science fiction and the special interest section. Weird movies is what I'd want to fun, exciting movies, in other words, and then my parents would want to find what was the latest, and but now you're just flipping on a digital screen, like, what are we gonna watch? It's not as fun, just flipping on the digital screen, just going, oh man, what's out? What's the new thing? It's not digital screen jacking off, It's just crap. Now, are there hassles? Well, you have to get off your butt to go to a video store. Or you'd have to like get in a car and drive or something to the place, and you'd have to be inside the building, right? The old Blockbuster. I guess it was a kind of a pain in the ass for my, I guess it kind of lost its, it was like happening at one time and then it's not happening. Yeah, I guess it's like something that hot for a while, Hot Buster Video. and then it was gone just like that, because everything changes in technology really, really quickly. So then something's like kind of the same, something's happening, something's popping, and then you look around and you're like, oh shit, that's over with, and then it's gone. You're like Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. in the Avengers. He's like, when he wakes up, no, I think it's Iron Man 3. He goes, things happen and then they're gone. All these things happen and then it's all gone. And I think that's a metaphor for like, technology and society. I think that's like a nice way to characterize it. It's like all these things happen and then it's gone. And he wakes up in the night in the cold sweat because it's bothering him. Even though that movie is about post-traumatic stress disorder, basically, and anxiety, I think. Iron Man 3, yeah. Is it a great movie? It's not a great movie, but it does address like topics that aren't really addressed a lot in films, which are anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder and things like that. So it does address topics that are prescient in society. We use those big boy vocabulary words today. So it does address topics that are taboo, or topics that society tries to avoid, which are anxiety, trauma, and depression. Yeah, there are obviously taboo topics that society definitely tries to avoid with all its might, and those are it for the most part. Unless the disaster gets so bad that people have to acknowledge what the problem is, So you have to address the root nature of a problem before you can solve it. Just like the square root of whatever the math is. Well, I just wanted to get in some dream music before everybody woke up. But it's time to take the blue pill again and go back to sleep. Go get back in the Matrix pod. But it was nice being awake together with you there. Don't tell me I ran out of blue pills. Somebody give me some fucking blue pills. Yeah, I read the Massachusetts Institute of Technology paper about the bodyoids. I was growing human cadavers in a lab, or growing human clones without cognitive functions so you could harvest their organs. Bodyoids. I wasn't really a big fan of it. It sounds like Reanimator to me. Sounds fucking scary. So, sounds like The Walking Dead. I don't really like it. So much shit could go wrong. I mean, I said before, I'm interested in cutting edge technology and the future of technology, but also there's some ethical and moral problems that I have. You know, so it does remind. Actually, bodyoids. I just saw a movie called The Sixth Day, and it reminds me of that, where they're like making clones of people so they could replace, soldiers or growing people in a lab, and it's growing bodies that are docile or programmed or whatever, programmed, or you're making clones of yourself so you can live longer and cheat death and stuff like that. Just crazy shit. And shit that, really in technology, there's not really technology. That's what changes everything through human history, through time. And, but um, it doesn't mean that the future is going to be better just because technology evolves. It could be worse because you could be dealing with a lot of ethical and moral problems because the technology has evolved so fast and without regulation that it has gone beyond. It has gone into places that are evil or morally abhorrent or frightening. So sure, technology offers the human race advancement and maybe better lives, but that's not guaranteed. So it's not guaranteed that you're going to live in like a Star Trek type utopia where technology has solved all of mankind's issues, almost all of them. I don't. That's too rosy of a picture because I think like I guess they call it the power problem. Is that the power problem is this in the human race is that there'll always be individuals or groups of people that, or governments or whatever, that will want to get the edge on the other guy and use it in unethical. Will use technology in unethical or immoral or dastardly ways to defeat the other government or defeat the other person or person or persons. So that's the power problem, is mankind's inherent lust for power and control and domination. And so yes, so if you're fighting an enemy that does not have any ethics, like the Chinese Communist Party, they'll obviously, or Vladimir Putin, the Russian Federation, they don't have any ethics except to win. So what happens when they get advanced technology? Then what are they going to do then? They're going to do all sorts of horrid and terrible, unethical things that are going to be scary and terrifying. So, because they don't have morals or ethics of any kind. It's only, how can I defeat the other guy? That's it. How can I destroy the government that's in my way so I can become dominant? That's the only code, that's the only ethics that they live by. How can I get more power? How can I dominate the world? And so if that's the only code of ethics, then, we've got problems. So, big problems. Oh, but interesting paper about the bodyoids. It did remind me of like The Sixth Day. It did remind me a lot of, there was this horror movie called Reanimator where they start reanimating dead corpses. And that was very frightening. It's a fun movie, but it's a scary one too, right? I think I only watched Reanimator like once. And then with my friend, we rented it from, they used to have, they made a Texas knockoff chain to Blockbuster Video, which was the national video rental chain. It was called Hollywood Video back in the day. I think we went there because they had a special, Hollywood had a better special interest section than Blockbuster. Yeah, we watched Reanimator. And so it was another good movie about like zombies, zombie monsters from the 1980s. It came on a lot, and I didn't think it was going to be any good. It was with Blake Lively's older brother. He was big in the 1980s. Jason Lively. It was called Night of the Creeps. Yeah. You like those 1980s movies because the girls, if they have hot girls, they always show their titties. So the best thing about the 1980s movies is the women showed their titties all the time, and they didn't give a fuck back then. It was great. I love the like when they didn't give a fuck about showing titties days. That's like, so even if the movie sucked, you're gonna see some titties. You'll see a gratuitous nude scene. You'll see a gratuitous ass or tit scene or something. Of course they would have to change the rating if they went close up on the vagina. It would be like NC-17 or something. Of course they're not going to do that, but at least some boobage, at least some milk jugs, some mammaries, some hooters. Yeah, I guess that's the word for it. Little torpedoes, the good stuff. Yeah, Night of the Creeps. That was a surprisingly good movie, and it was creepy too. Talking about little small dark creatures running around. That was great. That was fantastic. Reanimated corpses. Check. Yeah. So growing people in a lab so you can harvest their organs, or whatever. But who's to tell that they might not use bodyoids? Why wouldn't somebody use bodyoids to be like the Sixth Day and just recreate a clone, a version of themselves using their genes and just like transfer their brain or whatever into the new body? What would stop them from doing that? What if you had Neuralink and you had bodyoids at the same time? So you had Neuralink and you could transfer your consciousness. Is consciousness transferable? Well, I wouldn't want to find out. Could brain data be transferred into, I guess, you would be talking about biotechnology on a level that's almost unheard of. But that's the problem with technology is, hold on, wait a minute. You could combine things. Oh yeah, it's called, they combine all the different technologies together. So, but a lot of the Neuralink experiments, although I really like Elon Musk, I've heard about they kind of hush experiments that go wrong, right? With the monkeys that started, one of the monkeys tried to eat itself or ate off its hand or something. And some of the early Neuralink experiments. Yeah. So I heard some scary stuff happen. Disturbing things happened in the trials with the monkeys. So those are rumors, right? Those are that's internet scuttlebutt. But I'm telling you, some chimpanzees and monkeys died in the Neuralink trials. I can guarantee that they ate off their hands and shit because they were going crazy, because technological and biological interfaces, unless you know what you're doing, I guess, it's not going to work very well, and it could malfunction horribly. And so, but I guess they got a handle on it, right? Because they're saying that Neuralink, they have people that are quadriplegic and they're doing things and surfing the net and stuff like that, I guess. But all I'm saying is how many ape deaths were involved. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I know people. They say, "Oh, well, gorillas and chimpanzees. They're not, and apes. They're not the. They're not. They don't have the same rights as human beings." And it's like, well, I don't know if animals don't have any rights. I don't know about that. I'm not a tree hugger, and I'm not a animal rights activist, but if a whole bunch of monkeys and chimpanzees and gorillas are fucking dying because human beings are trying to create a digital brain interface or some wicked experiments, then I'm not super happy about it, honestly. Anyway, but looks like it's working out, this Neuralink, isn't it? I mean, at least on the public face, on the news, in the pressers. Oh, look, a guy can walk again. How many chimpanzees died in that process? Who knows? I mean, God only knows. How many gorillas went down? I have no idea. But motherfucker can walk again. Yay! Hooray! Woo! The MIT Bodyoids paper. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that. It reminds me of the Inhumanoids, besides Reanimator. They had this 1980s cartoon about underground monsters that are unleashed on the earth. They're called Inhumanoids. Oh, it's great. I want to say, were Inhumanoids, was that a Marvel comic book? Or it could have been that I'm confusing a Marvel comic with the 1980s cartoon shows. Maybe they're both called Inhumanoids. I'm not sure. But I guess in the future they're going to make bodyoids. The Sixth Day isn't a good movie, but it's entertaining, I think. Yeah. I think it does. It's not quite there. It's not like a masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece, but it raises, it's a notable science fiction film because it raises a lot of questions about biotechnology and ethics in biotechnology. So that's why it's pretty interesting. It's sort of funny too, like it's scary, but it's like hilarious at the same time. It's a wicked carnival, a wicked circus. It's a wicked carnival circus. It's mad. Well, that'll end the Saturday morning guitar tunes. I don't know if I want to go back to sleep, but I already did a lot of REM sleeping. But I don't know, maybe I'll go catch a little bit more, or maybe it's time to feed Tula first. Get her meal ready.